Hi, good morning. Happy Friday. Today is April 8th, and I have a special guest today. This is my husband, Andrew. I wanted to bring him by because you haven't really met him yet. And he's not usually home on Fridays when I record this, honestly, but here he is today. And he is, if you go to our website, he's under our Meet Our Team section because he is the schlepper of all things consignment. We have quite a few stairs to get into our house, and when people pull up out front, he schleps everything up the steps into the house and then down to the basement. Takes packages to UPS and FedEx for me. And he's just makes my breakfast every Friday that I share with you. And every day. He makes my breakfast every day. He's the cook too. Chief cook and bottle washer, as my mom would say around the house too. Anyway, I posted on Wednesday that Andrew's mom was going through her house and cleaning out years and years of stuff. 63 years of house stuff. And we have sold some World War II memorabilia and everything. Every week when he goes over there, she gives him more stuff. And they have kept every single toy that all three boys had all their lives. So they're in good condition too, most of them. We've sold some books and some, we have some books listed that are kind of ratty condition, but most everything is really good. Like, let me show me the record album. There's a Superman 45. See, they wrote people's names on it, whether it was Andrew, Matthew, or Benjamin. They put names on them. But we have a lot of 45s and other record albums listed in our store. They're not fast sellers, but like I said, I always say everything sells eventually if you're patient. But she gave us this the other day, and I just thought this was the coolest thing. This is
Sesame Street.
Sesame Street.
The street.
The street. And you turn it around. And it's got all this stuff. And it's got all the pieces.
Big Bird.
Big Bird. And his nest.
The nest.
He's got a nest.
Well, there's...
Big Bird in his nest.
We have Oscar. Oscar's around here somewhere.
Oscar
in
the
his
Grouch. He pops out of his trash can.
Bert. Well, that's Ernie. That's Bert.
Bert and Ernie.
Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster.
And then, most important of all, Mr. Hooper. And
remember Mr. Hooper?
All of us remember Mr. Hooper.
I vaguely remember Mr. Hooper. But there's a couch for Bert and Ernie to sit on.
Bert and Ernie's beds.
Oh,
remember they always slept in separate beds?
Yeah, despite what people try to say nowadays. The Sesame Street Sanitation Department.
Table.
And we all remember this is the sign of Sesame Street.
Mr. Hooper's ice cream counter.
Oh, look at that.
So yeah, we have all of those pieces and all of those parts.
Yeah.
And most important of all, we all remember.
I showed that.
Oh, you did show that? Okay.
Yeah.
The lamp.
But that is amazing. They were really good. This is really...
Well, that's just because it's 50 years old.
I know. There's foam in the beds and it's a little crumbly. I don't want to touch it too much because that will just fall right apart. But this is amazing. What else? Show me a vintage stuffed animal.
Vintage stuffed animal.
Look at...
This was my camel.
Look at this camel. You can tell it's really vintage. And it's got a bell. It's got a bell. So cute. So cute. But let me show me that game.
Okay. I have to explain the game.
So we live in Washington County. And this is a Washington County Monopoly. Which I'm not really sure what that has to do with Washington County. But maybe Andrew knows.
Hancock, Maryland, which grows the most apples, probably, well, it may not beat New York State, but they grow a lot of apples west of us, about an hour. And so Washington County is considered the apple capital of the state of Maryland. So back in the 80s, they made this Monopoly version called Monopoly, and everything on the board is Washington County or Hagerstown related. So if you're local to Washington County, you will recognize the names of the places.
Pretty cool.
And it has never ever been played.
Oh, and show me that VHS tape. So sometimes we find things that are a little bit newer in excellent condition. We have this Fantasia in pristine plastic condition, as opposed to like this lot of VHS tapes I just saw the other day that looked like they'd been through the wars. But that one is perfect.
Let's see.
What else we got? We got tons of cars, tons of Matchbox and Hot Wheels cars. Thousands of them.
This is...
But they're 1971, this says.
Yeah. This is a Tonka steamroller, metal Tonka steamroller. And I have my big Tonka truck. That's not getting sold anytime soon, but it's a metal Tonka truck. I used to collect Matchbox cars. Where we live now is the same neighborhood my grandparents lived in and my mother grew up in. And at the end of my grandparents' street, there's a shopping mall. And in that shopping mall was May's Hardware. And we would go when we would visit on the weekends in the summer. My grandfather and me and my older brother would walk to May's Hardware because you could buy a Matchbox car in a cardboard Matchbox for $1. And we always got Matchbox cars. Oh.
Oh, wow. Team Matchbox, it says.
This is a little beaten up.
This is 1970. Oh, and these things are heavy. These are real solid metal.
Yeah.
Trucks. What else? There's a whole bunch of stuff in here.
Yeah.
This box is mostly cars, I think. But with the original Matchbox case, too, like that carry case is pretty vintage.
How's that for old?
Oh, wow. Look at that. That's a Tonka.
Metal Tonka.
Yeah.
Well, it's got some plastic parts on it.
And we have the big things upstairs, the bulldozer and stuff. And
yeah. That was
this
is my carry case for my cars.
Case. It's heavy. It's so much heavy because everything in here is metal. Look at that. Anyway, I don't know what we're going to do with all this stuff.
We are going to sell it all.
So that's Tonka too. Maybe we have a lot of Tonka and a lot of Matchbox. And I didn't even realize this is Howard Johnson's.
Remember when Howard Johnson's used to make... I don't know. Maybe somewhere.
I think they might. I think there might be one in Breezeway. Anyway, that's the fun we have going through toys. And we won't keep you much longer. Sometimes he mentioned about his grandfather living in this neighborhood, so someday we'll come on here and we'll tell you the story about this house that we bought. But right now, we'll cut it short so we're not taking up too much of your time. We hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next week.
Bye.